Hey, budget knife owners, have you ever wanted to be able to do this with your Ganzo? Well, now, with the Snaggletooth, you can deploy your blade just like an Emerson Wave, or just using the thumbstud, or no problem. We're going to take a look at the Snaggletooth. Stick around. Well, hi, my name's Jake. You've found Canadian Cutting Edge. If you've been a sponsor of if you've been familiar with this channel, maybe you're perhaps you've been familiar with this channel for a long time. Maybe you're a Patreon supporter. Maybe you're just a regular subscriber. Well, I shouldn't use just. Maybe you're a subscriber. Maybe you just happen to watch a couple videos. Well, a few weeks ago, Snaggletooth contacted me and asked me if I would like to review the product that they make. And they gave me a link to their website. I checked it out and I said, that looks pretty cool. They said it's designed for cold steel products, but there might be a few other knives that it works with, like the Ontario Rat. And I said, I wonder if they're going to work on Ganzo knives. So I'm checking it out. I'm trying it on a bunch of different knives. Here it is on a real steel knife, the H6S1, and it works just fine on there. I tried it on that 710, G710, F710 now by Ganzo. That works very, very well. I tried it on that Tangram knife that I reviewed just a very little while ago. Doesn't quite work on here. And if you just give me a few seconds, I'm going to see how well it works on a cold steel knife, since that's the main product that they designed it with. So let's stick around for the full look. Not at the Recon 1, at the Snaggletooth. This is part review, part how-to video. One of the things you're going to need if you're going to want to do this is probably some nice needle nose pliers. I put some nice high quality duct tape on these. This is Gorilla duct tape. 2 of these is even better. I like these full size ones because you can get a good grip on them and really give the thumb studs a nice squeeze. For on knives like this, this is a Rat one. There's no screwdriver slots, notches, Torx holes, nothing on here. And so you need to be able to hold it with one of these needle nose pliers and then grab another one to turn it loose. So you need a couple pairs of these. You're going to be provided with all the tools with the Snaggletooth that you need, which is just this one little Allen key. On most cold steel knives, all you're going to need is a flat screwdriver, a standard. You might call it flat, you might call it standard screwdriver. That will help you take those off. Some knives, like some of the Ganzos, have got Torx heads on there. And in that case, it's always best to get 2 screwdrivers that are the right size. I think that's a T6 on most of these. I've got a T6 right here. Yeah, that's a T6. And notice there's some play. So another good product to have, Drive Grip. I've talked about this on previous videos. That helps to get your screwdrivers to give a very perfect, not perfect, that's a stretch, an excellent grip on the screw head. 7 times better than it does without it. Very good product by Vibratite that you should get your hands on if you can. If you live in the United States, you can get that stuff quite easily. One of the options that I come across sometimes using is I use locking pliers. With the locking pliers, I can grab a thumb stud and get a very good hold on it. And then I only need one other set of pliers. You know, I can grab it with the locking pliers and just sort of hold it. And then I can use my needle nose pliers to loosen it up. Now, I can't do this under the camera. There's just not enough room to do it comfortably there, and then it's not safe. I should have, and I usually do, I just forgot to show it this time, put some tape on the cutting edge of your knife so that you don't end up cutting yourself. It's no fun to cut yourself when you're trying to put a snaggletooth on. So once it's gotten loosened up a bit, you can unscrew it, and your thumb stud's off, and you're left with a nice hole that you can put your snaggletooth on. So let's demonstrate how easily it goes on. Oh, as you can see, it's already on, and that's because I lost that little bit of video, so I'm back. So let's show you how easily it comes off and then back on. So the Allen key is provided with the tool, and it's just so simple to come on and off. Ta-da, it's off. And to put it back on, you just put the screw through the snaggletooth. You put the snaggletooth screw through, hold it with your finger, put the nut on the other side, tighten the nut with your finger, nice finger tight. And now that it's being held still, I can put the there you go. I can put that hose on there, and that's enough to give it good grip, so it's not going to spin along. And snug it down. I want to push the snaggletooth down on the spine. There's an elongated hole there to allow for movement, so you want to push it down on the spine. And then just tighten it up a little bit. Now, what a lot of people do is they over-tighten screws. And you can over-tighten these screws too. It's just something you don't want to do. So I'm squeezing on my left hand right here a little bit, tightening it up. Don't want it super tight, just a little bit. And now the snaggletooth is snugged up, and it's nice and tight. I can use the thumb stud to deploy the blade if I want to. And I know I've got the pocket clip on the wrong side, but I can pull it out of my pocket and try it out. It's going to work just fine because I've tested it out before I started the video. And you can see how good it looks, especially with the black hardware all over the Rat 1. By the way, if you've got a Rat 1 or 2 that's got satin hardware, you've got a fake Rat 1. It's not really an Ontario Rat 1. If you have the Ontario logos, either this one or the Randall's Adventure Training logo, which was on the older ones, if it's satin, it's not genuine. They made them all with black hardware, and it fits really well on this black hardware. This is a limited edition with D2 steel. So there's that. Now let's try it on a cold steel knife. Of course, a screwdriver that's too big won't fit in there, but if it's just the tiniest bit too small, it'll be free in there, it'll slip around, and you're going to have some damage. So let's try this snaggletooth on the cold steel. So I'm going to put the screw through the snaggletooth first, so it's ready. And then it goes on the side that the pocket clip is. Push it in there, and it fits. And you can snug it right down so that it's on the spine of the blade. And then I can hold it in place at the spine of the blade. Everything's nice there. Take the male screw, the nut, and I'm going to turn it the other way around. The nut seems to be it's supposed to be the same on both sides, but this one seems to be a little bit nicer on one side than it is on one end than it is on the other. So I'm going to make the nice end be the end that's sticking out that we're going to be able to see, and stuff like that. Okay, take this, put it over there to help hold it in place. Make sure the snaggletooth stays down there. Use the the Allen key. Tighten it up, not too tight. You can always tighten more later if it's too loose, but you can't, if you over tighten, that's too late. So remember that lesson, guys. You can always tighten more, but you can't tighten less. You can take it apart later on, hopefully, without screwing it all up, but you can't tighten less. So there's a Snaggletooth on a Cold Steel. Cold Steel Recon ones, they've all got coated blades, right? Well, where do you get a satin blade like this? Well, they're only at Blades Canada. So you got to go to Canada to get that. That's nice. So there's that, and close it right up. Let's do a little demonstration on how well that opens. Here's the Cold Steel Recon in my pocket. I'll just take it out. The blade is deployed. Ready to all that I want to do. Snaggletooth. Cold Steel. Snaggletooth. Gear Best. I mean, Ganzo. I did get it at Gear Best. Ganzo. Ontario Rat. Snaggletooth works on a lot of knives. Just make sure you put it on right. Okay, so you saw that demonstration, and I've got my messy table sitting here. To summarize, I really like this Snaggletooth idea. It's a good idea. You can buy one, you can buy three, you can buy five. Just go to snaggletoothmf.com, and you can get your Snaggletooth at a reasonable price, and don't be left toothless. So thanks for watching my video. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and all that other good stuff that you guys do. And remember, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb.